What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to try this whole car vlogging thing again because I found a new way to set up my camera. So if this works out, I'll be vlogging while driving more often. I see a lot of YouTubers do it, and I know a lot of them have like a Mercedes as well, so there must have been a way to set up. And then by chance I was watching a YouTube video and like there was two people vlogging together, and so I saw how they set up the camera, and then I took a screenshot and I was like, I'm gonna try to set it up that way. So far it's working out pretty well. So today's vlog is gonna be a little bit of a hard one to make. I thought a lot about it and whether I even wanted to talk about the week that I've had and everything that I've gone through. And obviously people who follow me on, Instagram and stuff will probably kind of like already know, but there was just a lot. So I think the previous vlog I kind of talked about me having to take on some extra family responsibilities just because basically I had a family member who was in hospital, so then I just had to take over some responsibilities to help out. They are all good, and I'm just gonna leave that as that because everything is all good with that. But that was obviously like a little bit stressful. And sometimes when like things happen and just more bad things happen, and then it just gets even more stressful, and it was just like a big snowball effect of like the whole week. And so little inconvenience things like I needed to go service my laptop, so when it came to work related kind of situations, I didn't have my laptop for a couple of days, so that was kind of hard. Not a big deal, I still kind of went on with my day as per normal. And then the next thing was obviously my car. So my car's not 100% fixed yet. It was just due for a major service. There is a punctured tire basically as well. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously I'm still driving the car with my puncture, but I won't go into too much detail. But I basically didn't have my car for a day as well. We had a lot of work things to do. I was catching up with a bunch of people, so nutrition was kind of all over the place. So it was just kind of feeling, already just not my usual, and I could have very easily just kind of written the whole week off. And when life gets hectic, I think people just forget to take care of themselves and their fitness, and they just kind of let that all slide because they're like, oh, this came up, that came up, and all that kind of stuff. So for those reasons, I thought it would be important or nice for me to maybe share that I've had a really, I wouldn't exactly say bad, and it ended up really, really bad. Initially, it was just kind of like a little bit hectic and stressful, but it ended obviously being the worst week of my life. So basically my dog was really, really sick all week, and it's very unlike her. She's kind of old, she's 12, and we just, obviously when your dog's old, you kind of always worry that the time may be up soon. But yeah, I guess we're just still somewhat hopeful. It was really bad. It just went downhill really, really quickly. Obviously I've been taking care of her a lot. You guys saw me like walk her and like all that kind of stuff. Like we've been going on morning walks and like all that kind of stuff. Like she was perfectly fine because I've been with her a lot. Like she sleeps in my room. Like I knew that she was perfectly fine, and then one day she just wasn't. She was just not eating anymore. Her energy levels started to decline a lot. She was like super lethargic, and we just couldn't really figure out what was wrong with her. Brought her to a couple of vets, got like blood tests done, and it was just a hectic week of doing all of that, just not knowing what was wrong with her. Obviously, like through her whole life, she's gotten sick a lot. She had gone through like a couple of surgeries here and there for like little things, having to take medication, all that kind of stuff. And if any of you who own a dog, trying to feed dogs like medication is just the hardest thing in the world. She would just spit it out, and like we've been through all of that, so I just, as stressful as it was, I just really didn't assume the worst, even though I knew that was always a possibility. So I just kind of pushed through the whole week, just hoping one of these vets would find out what was wrong with her. And she basically like stopped eating, and she was super dehydrated, so we also had to like put her in hospital for like a night or a whole day and a night. So basically like a kind of full 24/7 on like a drip thing which should have like brought her fever down and all that, but it didn't. And so things escalated. We got her to finally get an ultrasound because we've done like all these testings and just not really sure what was wrong. And only when we finally did the ultrasound that they realized that she did have cancer. Unfortunately, it was quite an aggressive cancer, so it spread quite a lot, and she was just probably in a lot of pain, honestly, and just had no energy, and she was just a shell of like what she was before. So obviously she passed at the end of the week. We had to say goodbye to her, and that was just the most devastating thing I had to go through ever. I've always been a dog lover before I got my dog, and I just wanted a dog ever since I was young, ever since I've known whatever. And yeah, so she was a big part of my life, and it was the hardest thing having to say goodbye to her. But I remind myself that, you know, we've had 12 beautiful years. I know a lot of people probably lose their dogs earlier than that, and I feel for them. And you know, dogs are just the best thing that has ever happened to like any human. Like, we are all so blessed to have dogs be a part of our life. Honestly, I think that is the best thing that God has blessed us with, is to know dogs, meet them, have them a part of our lives, know that kind of love. Like, it's just like no other, you know. I say it and I strongly believe, like, she literally was my first love. Like, obviously I had her before I met Jeremy, and so she was the only being that I truly loved that was not blood related to me, you know. So she taught me a lot, and I'm so thankful for the 12 years that I've had with her. Obviously, when I first got her as a puppy, like, we all lived together. I was still living at home. She slept in my room and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I moved out with Jeremy for about 3 years, and obviously she came and she slept over. And a lot of you who watch my older vlogs, you would have seen, you know, during COVID, I brought her over, and I'm glad that maybe, you know, a lot of you who have watched my old vlogs would have had the pleasure of seeing her, being a part of it. So yeah, it's just been really hard. But why I wanted to share it with you guys is just because obviously now I'm driving to the gym. Haven't slept well in 3 days, but yesterday I finally had a good sleep, so I'm hoping today I can push myself a little bit more. But through this whole stressful week, and it's not to say that, you know, I think everyone should be like me or whatever, but the one thing that has kept me sane, grounded, and like just in routine, because everything was just all over the place, was training. You know, like nutrition, you know, it was here and there, obviously, like me driving around to all the vets, and also having, like, you know, some social catch-ups and like all that kind of stuff, and not having a car. Like, my nutrition was all over the place, you know, life was all over the place, work was all over the place, didn't have my laptop, like, it was just a mess. But me keeping to my schedule of training and not missing a day, that has kept me sane, honestly. It was just my safe space. It is my therapy, really, coming here. And as sad as I am, and I spent the last 3 days basically like thinking about my dog non-stop, but going to the gym, honestly, is my escape and helps me feel so much better no matter what. You know, sometimes when you're just so freaking depressed, you're like, I just don't want to train or do anything. But you know, I think I've had to kind of go through this to know that how I can help maybe other people as well get through like tough times like that. It's just, you know, honestly believing that the gym is your safe space. So obviously, because I haven't slept well, I didn't really push myself my last 2 sessions, but I honestly just came because it made me feel better, because it made me feel normal again. It gave me purpose, and I felt good every time I was like at the gym. You know, it's obviously super hard, like every day is still hard, and I'm sure it'll get easier. But yeah, and that's why I decided I wanted to share that I've gone through this really tough thing with you guys. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it. I didn't know if I was able to talk about it without like crying again, and I just didn't know if it was like necessary to really share all these kind of things, and if people would really care at all. But I just wanted to share that I've been through a really hard thing, and on top of that also a little bit of a hectic weekend. Despite all that, because I didn't let my training slip, I think I'm still, you know, sane, obviously, because it's training has been my rock. I cannot even find the words, but it's been my rock, and I'm grateful that I can do this. I have a gym to go to. I have a good gym. The atmosphere is great, and it's somewhere I can come to. I'm not saying that I come here to forget about my problems, but sometimes it is, you know, it is an escape, and I'm glad this is my escape, and I'm not turning to anything bad, I guess, to get through my grief, but just focus on training. And I hope anyone who's watching this, who's perhaps going through a much tougher time than I am, obviously, you know, all of us have to lose people in our lives because life is not forever and life is short, and that's why, you know, we need to treasure like every moment with every single person we've had. And it's really made me kind of reflect a lot, and I'm glad. That's why I've also made the time and effort to catch up with a lot of people that I cared about, because, you know, life is short, and I want everyone around me to know how much they mean to me. And, you know, I think this will just make me a better person in general. I think honestly, I'm not the best human, not gonna lie, but ever since, obviously, knowing the love of a pet, it's made me better. And I think now, losing the first being I've ever really truly loved can perhaps make me a better person as well, and hopefully this video can help some of you. Anyways, with this whole camera situation, it was kind of moving around all over the place. I think I've kind of got it down pat. I just need to maybe do a few modifications, but maybe there'll be more car vlogs to come. I was planning for this vlog to be a bit of like a week in my life, you know. Again, like last week was the hardest week of my life. I didn't vlog or do anything, so this is part one of getting my life and getting my shit back together, feeling normal again. And like I said, I hope that some of you, if you're thinking about skipping training because you've just had going through a really tough time, maybe a breakup, you know, something small like that, even like it doesn't really exactly have to be losing someone, but going through a breakup, you know, maybe a big fight with your best friend, you're not talking to your sister, anything, you know, there's so many things that are so hard in life. But if you're thinking about skipping training because of that, I do urge you to give yourself a chance and go, and maybe you can find some kind of peace and comfort in training, because it has been that for me. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to share with you guys. And again, like, I hope today I have a good session. I will try to push myself a little bit harder today, because I finally got a little bit more sleep yesterday. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. Just got back from the gym. So after the gym, I dropped by Woolies to do a quick little pickup of groceries. So I'm going to do a mini grocery haul for you guys today, showing you what I got. So firstly, we'll start with the veggies. So you already know I'm super lazy. So bagged veggies, it was on special. So we've gone for that for the veggie option. Got some organic strawberries. So basically today's grocery haul will be more so about quality of ingredients rather than you know, what are good macros and whatever. So I've been trying to limit pesticide consumption, so went for organic strawberries. We don't have much options with regards to organic fruit just in the supermarkets here. It's usually strawberries, kiwis, or bananas, so unless you get frozen. So I get frozen organic blueberries, but for anything fresh, I just went for the strawberries. They were on special as well, so yeah, that was all good. Protein, the usual barramundi portions, and then I also got some fresh salmon. So salmon is really good for those healthy omega-3 fatty acids, so we got that. And for chicken, I've been getting free-range chicken breast, so that's the chicken that I've got. I've got 2 packs of that, so I mainly eat like a lot of chicken. Carb sources, I have rice at home, but if I do stock up on packet rice, at the moment I just go for the organic brown rice, because this is the only one without seed oils, so I'm trying to avoid seed oils as much as I can as well. So yeah, literally these are the only options. I love Uncle Ben's, but unfortunately those do have seed oils, and literally all other brands as well. It's really hard to avoid. So since I'm making a conscious effort to avoid it, these are all that I can go for right now. Then we move on to a little bit more fun stuff. Also before that, essentials. So almond milk has been an essential, but at the moment I'm going for brand Pure Harvest and the organic almond. So again, this one is, well, organic and has no seed oils. So this is the brand that I go for. And then my family have been drinking a little bit more oat milk, and Jeremy as well. So I've hunted, like just scoured through the freaking fridges and the aisles and everything to find the one and only oat milk that I could find that does not have seed oils. So it's just the Macro brand organic oat milk. I'm not actually sure how good it'll taste, because oat milk tastes amazing. I love it. But because this one is unsweetened, I don't know how good it will taste, but we'll just give it a go. And the best thing is literally 3 ingredients, or 4 ingredients. So filtered water, organic oats, and mineral salt. Actually, yeah, so 3 ingredients. Literally 3 ingredients. So this is the best oat milk on the market right now. Don't know how well it tastes, but this Pure Harvest almond milk tastes amazing. So again, the ingredients are filtered water, organic almonds, organic rice syrup, plant calcium, and sea salt. So a little bit more ingredients than the other one. And obviously this tastes really good. So I'm sure this one probably may not taste that good, but we'll see how it goes anyways. I'll ask everyone their thoughts on it. This is a new find. So most processed biscuits and cookies and stuff all have seed oils. So this is one that I found that didn't. And so obviously they just use organic butter. So you basically need a fat binding agent to make any kind of cookies. So yeah, they use organic butter in this. So the ingredients are organic whole wheat flour, organic sugar, organic oats, organic butter, organic whole eggs, organic quinoa, organic linseed meal, and organic chia seeds, baking powder, and orange oil. So I'm gonna try that. Just don't know how good it'll taste, but honestly the calories are a little bit high. For 2 mini cookies it's 134, but you know, we're going more for the ingredients rather than low cal. So this, however, is one of my favorite low cal alternatives. So it's Natvia sweetened with stevia strawberry jam. So I love this. It's still good. It's sweetened with stevia. It does have erythritol as well, thickener. It's not too bad, the ingredient list, honestly. The calories are amazing. So 8 calories per serving. A serving is 20 grams. You really can't go past this when it comes to friggin' jam. It's the best jam ever. Also, I've been trying to avoid dairy. So this is my favorite dairy-free dessert at the moment. It is Way's raspberry and dark chocolate. As you can see, dairy-free. Calories are not insanely low. For a serving is 142 calories, not too bad. 23 grams of carbs, so pretty high carb. 5 grams of fat, so relatively high fat as well. However, it's mainly made out of like coconut-based stuff, for like, instead of dairy. So that's why the fat content is a little bit higher. So yeah, and that's what they use for this. Anyways, this sits really well on my stomach. So I've been opting for this at the moment for my dessert. And then for my oats, I always have this vegan organic salted caramel chocolate. You guys may or may not have already seen it. Jeremy has taken a liking to it, and he literally eats it just straight out of the packet. So, you know, it's been going pretty fast, so I had to restock on these. So yeah, that's my grocery haul. So today I am a +1 for Jeremy to a wedding. I kind of know the bride and groom, like I met them once, but I don't really know anyone else. So this will be interesting, a bit of a challenge for someone with social anxiety like me, but we slayed with the outfit.
Yeah. It's like 25, so it's like not too hot. It's like nice. I did well, so it should be even way more fun to do.
So the groom is arriving in a helicopter. Second day, it's also Olympia weekend, so we're watching the Olympia and working at the same time. Been reflecting a lot since it is Olympia weekend. It's the most fun and amazing weekend for anyone who's doing bodybuilding, whether we're participating or not. This is like the pinnacle of the year. This is literally the reason I train every single day, is to one day be there in person. So I won't be here watching on pay-per-view. I know it'll happen. I'm not sure when it'll happen, but I'm working every single day for it. And it gives me a reason to wake up every day and push through anything else. And I love it so much and I'm so excited. I'm a little bit sad because obviously my one and only goal at the beginning of this year was to be standing there right now, competing right now. But, you know, I tried and I had an amazing time this year chasing that qualification, and I'm going to continue chasing it next year. And I'm already working towards that next year. So I'm already working towards bringing a better physique and package. And yeah, good things to come for next year. I'm just going to keep working. This is making me even more motivated. I'm not afraid to say that I failed and I didn't achieve my goal this year. You know, a lot of people have slayed the year and achieved their goals, and sometimes some of us don't. But it's okay because I gained a lot, I learned a lot, and I'm so thankful to have competed in 4 pro shows across 3 continents this year. I've met many of the Olympians that are going to be competing. I competed with many of the Olympians that are going to be competing, and it's just so motivating. And I'm still so thankful that I even get this opportunity to say that I have the chance and the opportunity to fight for the opportunity to be there on the Olympia stage, which not many people can say that they even have the chance to try, because it is a privilege, it is an honor, and I need to be thankful for that every single day, that I'm able to have a dream that big, and that I do back myself, I do believe in myself, and I'm going to work damn hard every single day till I get it. Thank you guys for following along my journey and all your support. Today's vlog was just a lot of me talking about my feelings, and I hope it helps some of you. Otherwise, just give you a bit of an insight as to where exactly I'm at. Hasn't been the best week, obviously, mentally, but, you know, we're pushing through, and this sport and training and my work right now, it's keeping me alive, it's keeping me going. So thankful and grateful for that. And we can always find a reason to smile even in the darkest of times. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.